Earlier in my acting career, I was an extra in a major film, which meant I got paid $100 a day for up to 10 hours of work and no lines. But I felt like a new college graduate feels on their first day of their first job. I was super excited. And I was in awe of those women who had made it to levels that at that time, I could only dream of making it to. I wondered, and I'm talking about the leading ladies, the directors, and the producers. I wondered if I would ever get there, and if so, how? According to a study in Statista Research, it is reported that of the 7.8 billion people on Earth, women are the majority. Yet only account for 47.7% of the global workforce. In 2022, only 38.6% of lead roles in US films were female. Black girls and women make up 6.5% of the US population, but only 3.7% of leads and co-leads in the 100 top grossing films in the last decade. Yes, there's no question that we are out here killing it, but women, especially Black women, still have to work twice as hard to prove our value for recognition and advancement in this world, which means we not only have to do better, we have to be better. Listen, it wasn't easy. But 9 years later, after being an extra on that film, I landed a recurring role on a major television show with millions of viewers. And today, I am here before you, fulfilling another dream. Standing on the red dot, giving a TED Talk, sharing my journey through which I discovered 3 keys to unlocking and using your gifts to take you to your next level. The first key is understand what your gifts are. Webster's Dictionary defines the word gift as a notable capacity, talent, or endowment. Not everybody has the same gifts, and that's okay. And it isn't always visible or actionable. It can be a quality or something inside of you that is a gift to others because they're impacted or affected by you having that gift. My journey to unlocking my gift started as a child. I wasn't the most confident, and I really hadn't figured out yet what I was good at. So my mom put me in a children's theater group called the Children's Urban Arts Ensemble, better known as Q. See, some of the kids in Q, they already knew what their gifts were. And some were what we call in the entertainment industry triple threats, which means they could sing, dance, and act. Come on, somebody. Well, I wasn't the best at any of them, but I did discover that I had a talent for singing and acting. And although I wasn't initially cast in the lead roles in the stage plays, I was doing something that I enjoyed, and that came natural to me. Webster's Dictionary also defines gift as something voluntarily given from one person to another without compensation. So, you see, I was okay. with embracing and exploring my gifts without the expectation of reward or acknowledgement. Find your own joy in your gifts and let reward and acknowledgement be extra. And even on life stage, whether you are working in corporate or you're an entrepreneur or wherever you are in life, don't wait. Do not wait for someone else to tell you what your gifts are. Do not wait for acknowledgement to validate what you already have discovered is a natural gift or ability. Take the initiative to nurture and develop your gifts so that you can ooze its essence, attracting that next level. So in that theater group, I trained and I practiced until I became more confident in my singing and my acting, so much so that I decided to audition for the lead role of Annie. Yes, it was a black Annie. Okay. So I auditioned and I was cast as the understudy. But that's okay. It was not the lead role, but it was the next level for me, which leads me to the second key. Expect more. Be bold and expect more of yourself. Not the bare minimum and not expectations set by others. Strive to meet your expectations. And, I've witnessed many trying to impress someone or trying to prove themselves to others. Ask yourself, are you sincerely impressed with yourself? How do you define your next level? What will tell you that you're ready for your next level? See, as a child, I discovered my gifts and I developed them and I nurtured them because I expected more. As an adult, I maintained those same expectations. So I decided I wanted to try my hand at TV and film. So I went for it. And although I had trained as a child actor, I knew that once again I would have to work my way up in an industry that I had never worked in before. So on set, I would observe the principal actors, I would learn all the nuances, and I continued to train and develop my gifts. But then I also tapped into what I knew was my ability to easily establish relationships and nurture relationships, bringing attention to my gifts, and then building trust that eventually would pivot me to that next level. Remember when I told you about that extra job that I did on the film? Well, I remember one day telling the assistant director that the next time he saw me, I would have a bigger role. So I worked as an extra for a while longer, and then I decided to advocate for myself. And I told my agent that I no longer wanted to be submitted for extra roles, principal roles only. And I did that because I wanted casting directors to start to envision me in next level roles. Well, guess what? The next time I saw that assistant director was on the set of a Tyler Perry movie and my first speaking role in a feature film. So from that point on, my career continued to elevate. I'm talking about national commercials, plays, movies, and eventually my gifts paved the way to that recurring role on the major television show, Saints and Sinners. I was on a roll. I couldn't believe it. I finished the first season, But then 1 month after I started season 2, I experienced a life-altering accident, which stopped me in my tracks, causing me to wonder if I would ever act again, and asking myself how I would pivot if I couldn't. You know, this could happen to any of us at any point, whether it's loss of a job or a sudden illness or any life event, which brings you to a brick wall and makes you have to shift. This is when I discovered the third key to unlocking and using your gifts to take you to your next level. The third key is what else? Assess what else is in you. And not just the obvious, but what's lurking in the background. See, I was confident in my abilities as an actress, so I put all my time and my money and my energy into that gift. But what now? I remember sitting in my living room. I was defeated, I was depressed, and I was hopeless. When I heard the voice of my sister say that my superpowers were tenacity and drive. That jump-started my quest to discover the what else following my circumstances. So over the next year, during my recovery, I explored other gifts like coaching and writing, creating work, and opportunities. But I also reflected on my journey, acknowledging my growth. Can you believe that every year up to that point, I had appeared on a television show or a film project? So I was anxious to get back to my craft. I couldn't wait to get back to acting. Well, eventually, I did return to acting for 2 additional seasons of Saints and Sinners. And wait a minute, and get this, my role was elevated significantly. What? Talk about next levels. But what else? During my healing journey, I also realized that the best way for me to propel forward was to advocate for myself, not asking for permission to be a part of opportunities, but by creating opportunities. Let me tell you something. It is up to you and no one else to be better so that you're ready for that next level, creating opportunities and advocating for yourself. Today, I challenge you to look at your abilities and your skills, either that you already possess or that you want to possess. And now, I charge you to do these 3 things. Be brilliant and understand what your gifts are. Be bold and expect more from yourself. And ask yourself, what else? So you can be badass and introduce yourself to the world as each of your gifts. Now, allow me to introduce myself. Hello, world! I am Tasia, the actor. I am Tasia, the writer. I am Tasia, the coach. I am Tasia, a 2023 TEDxUStreetWomen speaker. Thank you.